public comment and public hearing portions of the agenda. However, council policy is to hear the public comment, not to act on the public comment at this time. Concerns brought before the council during the public comment portion of the agenda will be referred to the city manager for action. If after communicating with the city manager, no resolution is reached, the concern will be elevated to the mayor and then eventually to the council for action. Those citizens wishing to speak on agenda and non-agenda items will be allowed a maximum of 4 minutes each to address their concerns. This is the only time during the council meeting that citizens are allowed to address the council. Please state your name and address for the record if you would like. Anybody have public comment? Do we have anybody online? Individuals online, if you would like to make a public comment, either raise your hand, unmute yourself, please. No public comments at this time. The library presentation.
All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is James Pugh. I am the director at the Cedar Springs Public Library. I'm here today to kind of give a snapshot as to what is happening down at the library. This big poster here was included in the board packet, but it is um, a graph and an infographic showing our previous fiscal year of 2023 through 2024, and then where we are halfway through the 2024-2025 fiscal year. There's a couple of numbers I'd like to point out that I think are just amazing. First of all, the service population of the library is about 10,000, but we've had over 20,000 visits in just the first 6 months of the year. That's about 781 people a week, about 130 people a day. We're very healthy with our checkouts. We are averaging about 1,500 youth books or materials checked out every month, about 900 materials for adults like fiction and stuff a month, and then for 800 digital copies a month. That's about 30% of our total circulation. So with that number, I hope I can add more money to the digital line. We have a grand total of over 33,000 items available to check out at the library right now. That will fluctuate, of course. Another big use of the library is the community room. We have a community room that can hold about 95 people, and that is used on a almost regular basis. We average about 9 rentals per month, and about just people coming in to use it about 38 a month. We've had some amazing programming. So far this year, for the first 6 months, we've had over 9,000 people attend our programs. That's in things like our summer reading finale. We've had some magicians. We've had some other things come in. We've had 41 kids programs, and they're averaging about 43 people per program. 76 adult programs. That's about 18 people per program. And we have these big all ages events like our summer reading finale, like our Christmas event. We have an Easter event upcoming. We've had 6 of those in the first half of the year, and we're averaging about 245 people attending those per program. And then the last thing I'd like to point out is we have 3,725 people who have a library card. Again, out of 10,000, that's not that bad. And as of the end of February 2025, the city of Cedar Springs, their residents have 1,587 residents who have a card, which is about 43% of the city's population. And we've been averaging 10 new library cards, issuing 10 new library cards to Cedar Springs residents a month. This poster right here, I'm going to leave at City Hall. And Darla will go ahead and put it up in the lobby somewhere. And yeah, any questions from you guys?
Yeah, it's really going well.
At how the library is for this community. And again, the fact that we only have that we serve 10,000 people, only 3,000 people have a card, but we're getting, we've had over 20,000 visits this year alone is amazing. And we're looking forward to what we can do, and just stay tuned because we're about to take off.
Thank you for being here. The longer term residents of the city will remember when it was in the old fire building. We've made leaps and bounds since then. The new library is a vital part of the community. It's very active, and it's very vibrant presence in the community. I certainly do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Very much. Can I get a motion to adopt the agenda?
I'll make a motion to adopt the agenda.
Seconded.
Those in favor? Aye. Those opposed, same. All right. Can I get a motion to approve the consent agenda?
Motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. I will second.
We're gonna have to roll call that one because it's got down. Mr. Marble?
Yes.
Mr. Marble?
Yes.
Mr. Gross? Mrs. Race?
Yes.
Ms. Hutchinson? Yes. Here?
Because I've never had to vote for stuff like this. I know that we needed to outfit the rescue vehicle. And I know that we already approved a certain amount of money previously to that. So is it normal to have another group of money that we'll need for? Is it because we purchased it and we just didn't realize we needed more things, or just?
Maybe Steve can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think we had these costs identified. When we had the vehicle, you get quotes, you've got 30 days to secure that. So we had the price of the vehicle and to outfit the back. This is sirens, additional equipment, same vehicle, but if we didn't have these costs at that time,
Pretty normal to have that second. Oh, okay, that's all I needed.
the service without these items.
Important to me.
Sure. If it had been presented as a completed unit, expected to have it there, as was with the work that they have done to create one. It was not something that was a cookie cutter and off a shelf. Then you will have those expenses.
Makes sense. Perfect. I like that. I trust you. I just was curious. I'm like, is that normal to? Awesome. Thank you for doing that.
Okay, moving on to action items. Motion to approve $8,916 in additional funds for restoring the 1929 Model A payable to Steve's Antique Auto Repair Inc.
So if you remember back last fall, we tried to secure 3 quotes for somebody to fix the Model A. People wouldn't return our phone calls, so obviously they weren't interested, right? Steve's Antique Auto Repair out of Muskegon. The quote that he gave us, 28,000 back then, was just based off of pictures. he didn't come and actually see the condition of the Model A. Like original parts from 1929. He realized, oh, this, we need to buy this. This is original to this fire truck. So he did communicate with us throughout the time. I guess maybe a little miscommunication between, city council approved 28,000, that's all we can pay you. We of course want to pay him for all the work that he's done, but $8,000 is above my limit. So we had to bring it back to you. It is done. It's ready to be picked up. We're kind of waiting for better weather to get it here. We have to trailer it back to Cedar Springs. So we'll work on that in the next couple weeks if you support this payment.
I'll make a motion to approve the $8,916 in additional funds for restoring the 1929 Model A payable to Steve's Antique Auto Repair.
Discussion?
Just, if you've, ever worked on any project, whether it's houses or cars, you're gonna run into things, and I would be surprised if there wasn't additional, funds to be spent on it, quite frankly. Once you tear into things, you never know what you're gonna find. If you do it right, and you certainly want it done right, because this is, part of the legacy of Cedar Springs, so, you definitely want it done right, so I, don't want to spend more money, but I can certainly understand.
One comment on that also. A former fire chief was responsible for rebuilding the engine, and I trust him, although unfortunately he passed away. That has anything to do with me trusting him, but he spent a lot of time and effort in putting into it. Unfortunately, the engines he usually made had numbers on the side and they raced on a track, but he took the care and effort to do that. So there was an expense there that was not involved with the refurbishment of the truck. Here he is. I appreciate it. Mark Strickle was the one that put the time and the effort into it. Appreciate it. Just wanted to acknowledge.
All right, you ready to vote? Mr. Mattson?
Yes.
Mr. Gross?
Yep.
Great. Ms. Atchison votes yes. Passes 5-0. On to discussion items. Request for City Hall closure for record organization for digitizing process. How many days is that going to take? Days. How, do you need to close for 6 months or what?
March, April, May, and June, so 4 days. We have nearly 400 boxes upstairs. I mean, we could write a check to a company to do all that for us, but that's an awful lot of money that I don't feel would be used wisely. We know what we're looking for. We know the retention schedule. We just need the time away from our desks to look through them, organize them, then hire a company to come in, scan them, digitize them into a system that we can search for the records after the fact. And if it's met its retention schedule, we don't need it anymore. We're not digitizing it. Narrow that down to what we need to keep, and
What? Having less stuff to move to the new building.
gonna have to move 400 boxes. I'm not moving 400 boxes. So it just makes sense to start on that now. I mean, we may get to June and only get through half the boxes. I have no idea until we start. But if we don't start now, before we know it, it's gonna be November, December, and we're preparing to move, and now we're moving 400 boxes. So I don't know how else to get the time to go through them.
Sounds like a job. I wouldn't wanna have to do it, but
I don't wish to ever have a job like they're going to have. If you have not seen the storage area, just that you have a chance to take a look at it before they even get started. So,
rooms.
and it's for lifelong records, it's a little iffy situation. And I think it'd be worth your while just to see if they can give you a peek up there and see the way things are stored. So, not their fault. That was just the nature of the beast in the past.
I do have a question. So as you're removing what you don't need, is that stuff that you would need to shred? Do you have a company coming to do all of that as well? Cause that's an extra cost that you'll have to.
Size bin that we put stuff in, it's locked, and a company comes and shreds all that in the machine.
And what do you need from us for that? Do you need us to vote on that or you?
If you could approve that, then we can let the public know these days for the next, 4 months. We're gonna, we'll put a sign on the door, sorry, closed for record retention.
So we need to make a motion for that.
So I'd like to make a motion to request for City Hall closure for record organization or digital, what?
Digitizing process.
Digitizing process. I'm like, that word's just.
I will second that.
All those in favor? Aye. All right. Full of questions. What would that be? Go for it.
I know. Just another thing is, let's say, you get through 4 days of it, really, in 4 months, and you need more time. Is the whole, I think the thing that makes me a little nervous is just having a day closed, because we are already at 4 days, not 3, or not, you know what I mean, not 5. If you get a position filled for the clerk, is that something you could possibly have her just be open for bill, certain things like that? Okay, just thought I would.
Okay.
Definitely.
All right, motion to approve 2025-04, a resolution opposing truck size or weight increases. No.
Okay. I'll make the motion to approve 2025-04, a resolution opposing truck size or weight increases.
Mrs. Falcon, can you?
Yeah, I had a gentleman come and meet with me, Matt Murr, I think is his last name, from the Coalition Against Bigger Trucks. The larger truck companies, specifically FedEx, UPS, Amazon, they are trying to increase the size of the vehicles that they currently drive. And many more companies. These are just, some of the larger ones. There are many companies opposing this. Michigan State Police, for example. Michigan's roads and bridges are not designed to handle the weight of vehicles. So I could have just sent a letter to our representatives, but I wanted your feedback. If you support the resolution, I support the resolution. Our roads and bridges just are not designed to handle more weight. But leave it up to you if you don't feel this resolution is warranted, then
So we're voting on whether we should send a letter to our representative,
a resolution.
just opposing it. I guess I'm a little confused. So we can't tell truck drivers they can't drive through certain roads, right? I mean, it's where city people.
There can be weight restrictions placed on the roads that would prohibit it. Well, we could put them on private roads, sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, this is just that we support that.
As a council?
Yeah. So,
It's people talking with our legislators, wanting to increase the size of their vehicles and the weight of their vehicles. If the legislators say, sure, go ahead, add 10 extra feet to your vehicles, we're gonna pay because they're gonna rip up our roads even worse than they already are. So we don't want any more weight.
Well, I mean, more space, I guess, and this is only one side to it, you know, I mean, I'd like to see the other side, what they're saying, you know, cause you're hauling styrofoam and like, what's an extra 5 feet on the back of the truck, you know, I mean, that's not a ton of weight. You know, so I'm just trying to look at both sides to the situation here, like, so I'm looking at this diagram on page 77, you know, and I don't know.
Have more information that I'm not thinking of. Them?
Well, yeah, it says also in here that there's been a 22.8% increase in large truck crashes between 20 and 21. Making them bigger and heavier, I don't think is gonna make it go down. But that's just what that's saying, yeah.
Comment to that. Statistics can be made to say a lot of different things. I mean, is the problem that causes the statistic to change is even more important. And the weight, the size, the stopping distance, so on and so forth could be based on that. So, I just put trains on the road without tracks. I mean, if that's the case, it's solely for the need for transporting more material at a faster rate down the regular roads, then that's fine, but I don't think that's the case. I think it's maximizing load while minimizing the manpower to do it. I think there's got to be a point in time where it balances out.
Vernon?
Just from a very, very non-scientific, personal anecdotal evidence. I live here in town, and I'm not gonna name any companies, but when the double gravel trains come through early in the morning, cause they gotta get to their construction sites, it literally rattles my house. And that can't be good for anything. So I can definitely see where, some limits beneficial.
We're sending in a resolution to the state. Mrs. Race,
Yes.
Mr. Gross. Mr. Marble,
Yes.
and votes yes. we're on to communications. Do we have any written communication, anything?
I just wanted to point out two of the items on here. Letter H, the adult use marijuana distribution. We do have 6 licenses that are operating in Cedar Springs. And that our annual distribution is $349,371.96. That's not guaranteed if shops close up and those licenses are no longer in effect as of September. It's annually as of September. The distributions come out the following year, so. There's been some comments of, we have too many or whatever.
The benefits are,
And then the other one, this month's Bugle had a really excellent article on the front page about, White Creek Flats Apartments. They are currently, putting in the underground utilities over there right now. And, I think Tom Noreen did a really good job, meeting with Doug Gulker, the president of Fusion Properties, who's in charge of doing that project. It's a 2-year project, so as soon as they can start working on the buildings, they will. They even put in the article, which I thought was very nice of them, the projected rental prices for 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms, so.
It's like there's even community building with meeting rooms and a gym, pickleball court, dog park, basketball courts. I mean, that's playground. That's a big deal. It says, I just was reading about it, it said it was gonna start, their building is gonna kind of start in May. About a year for the first.
okay, we'll move on to the city manager report.
I just had a couple more things to report. I booked a booth for community night, April 17th from 6 to 8 PM at the high school. Any council members that want to come, you're welcome to. And then, so like half the table would be city council members. The other half, our city planner is gonna put some, boards together with our master plan information on it, and anybody that wants to stop by and get comments on that. So you're all set to let me know if you'd like to participate. April 17th. And the other thing I just wanted to share, staff and I had a meeting yesterday afternoon. We have a draft floor plan for our new city hall. It's getting really exciting. We're hoping to have that finalized and present to the city council and the public at the April council meeting. So stay tuned. That's all I have.
Department of Public Works. We have,
Hi, good evening.
um,
So we've been doing a lot of maintenance on our equipment. We got our new pickup truck in. Bill and I have been working on that, outfitting it, putting the lights in it and building, brackets to hold the tools. We've had a lot of water and sewer stakings up in the new development. The sewer lines were installed in the apartment, which Darla already kind of touched on. We were hoping to have our new well up and running by last Friday, but that didn't go through. So hopefully by Monday, fingers crossed. And that's about it.
no, thank you. Law enforcement.
Just a couple quick, things. The letter from Green Acres, rest of the. Mentioned in here.
as always, in the clerk's department. We've been able to close out a couple FOIAs. We have a couple more pending payments, so as those are paid, we'll go ahead and get those fulfilled. A couple things I wanted to mention, so nomination petitions for city council. Those are available in the clerk's office Monday through Thursday, 7:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Anyone interested in running for city council can pull those nomination petitions, and I'm happy to answer any questions regarding the forms that are needed to be filled out. I've got some information posted on our website as well, so if anyone wants to take a peek there, they're welcome to do that. Those forms are due back by April 22nd at 4 p.m. To give those back.
All right, let's see, Finance Director Emily Landon.
So I can relate to the busyness that everybody else has been talking about. So closed out the 2024 tax season. So those have been transferred to Kent County, any of the delinquent accounts. So we'll get our payment on any outstanding balances here in the next couple months. Usually it's like May, June. So it'll be a little while before we receive payment for those. So they'll continue the collection of those, and I'll still work on the collection of any delinquent personal property taxes. So that'll keep me busy for a little while. And then also obviously budget stuff. You guys all see your homework there right in front of you. So yeah, knock yourself out reading this over the next week, and
Better be pictures.
all numbers. So we did throw a few pictures in there. So yeah, please don't hesitate to reach out to Darla or myself if you have any questions going through there. We'd be happy to answer those. And otherwise, bring your questions next week and we'll go through it all the best we can and walk you through everything that's going on, because there's definitely a lot going on. So otherwise, oh, the other thing I wanted to just mention is that I received notification today that we got our 125,000 for the grant for Heritage Park, and that's the remainder of the grant. We already received 125 previously, and we've been waiting a little while, a couple months, for this next chunk, and I did receive the notification that we got it today. So that's exciting. So that's that finalizes those funds. So you'll see that in the financial reporting going forward. So thank you.
So North Canton Enrichment has their packet. Any council comments? Mr. Marvel?
Great meeting, and just like everybody's input. I just love this town. Just got to take a nice little walk today around town, and I love this place. So you guys are doing a heck of a job here at City Hall, and we really appreciate you guys. So yeah, just happy to be here. And
Mr. Maxon?
Yeah, I just kind of like to second that. I appreciate everybody's hard work. The city is moving in a great direction. The weather's starting to break. You can see traffic picking up on Main Street. So it seems to me like it's getting building up to be a great season ahead of us, I think.
Mr. Gross?
Echo some of the same that has been spoken already, and I'm sure has come. Again, I want to compliment the staff, leaders of our governmental entity in this city. There is a feeling that I'm getting from people that they're totally and completely outside of the money they have to spend, a satisfaction with the personnel that are running the offices and so forth here. And they feel they can come in and talk to people here without walking away thinking they were not heard. So I appreciate that. And I can't say it often enough. That will not equate to additional raises this year, but I mean, it's just, I think sometimes a pat on the back is worth more than money at times. So Okay. The fire department, the police department, of course, everybody right on down the line. There's a friendliness in the office that's been missing occasionally here in the office, and I appreciate that. So, thank you very much.
You add, including this fine council.
Yep. Well.
And I do want to say that I was not the original driver of the old truck when it came in, so, but, I did enjoy driving it in the past, so. Okay.
Mrs. Race?
Just nice meeting. I feel like it's been a while, but even a month, I don't know. It's just been really long winter, so. But I know that there's a lot of heavy lifting that you guys do and have even more coming up with the whole move and cleaning things out. And of course, if you guys need any help, you can reach out to us. We would be absolutely, I would love to volunteer Lisa for that. That would be fine. But no, I just appreciate everything you guys do. I won't walk into a fire. It's just not gonna happen, so I appreciate that, you know. But, just ready for spring. I'm ready. The weather was beautiful today and just gets you excited for all the upcoming excitement for the summer at the amphitheater and all those things. It's exciting to be here, so.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to, things happening with the grant and, just things happening in the summer. I think I just keep hearing from people all the time that this community and this city keeps growing and that there's great things to do and, they just like it, you know, like everything that's going on. So that's a good thing to hear from people outside our community. Also, geez, see, I'm getting old. I just had a birthday. I can't remember anything. Thank you again for the, library, facts and comments and whatever things that's going on. It's great. And, I'm really enjoying the fact that, I'm hearing that our, committees are working together with each other much better, for the library. And that's what we want. We want it to keep on working. So that's a good thing. I think that's it from me. All right, can I get a motion to go into closed session pursuant to section 8E of the Michigan Open Meetings Act to discuss pending litigation?
10-minute break.
Oh, don't we have to make a motion first? Yeah, then we'll take a look. Can I get that motion?
I'd like to make a motion to go on break.
Oh, going to open.
Oh. Make a motion to, go into, closed session.
Second that.
In agreement, say aye. Opposed, same. All right, we're gonna take about, what, how much, 5-10 minute break before we go in?